Today we got a rapid fire.
We're going to be going very quickly. We got 13 questions and we're going to do it in under 10 minutes or else
I don't
we
think
are
we
going
need
to
a
get
10
the...
minutes. We're just going to go through all the questions. We don't have an infinite number of questions.
That's
So,
true. And I guess if we go to 11 minutes, our sponsor may drop us, but that's okay. They're pretty cool guys over at quickmail.com that does the cold email infrastructure and platform for just doing good cold outreach, and salesbread.com does it for you, bringing you a lead a day. So don't drop us sponsors. Let's go now.
yeah.
Jeremy, number one, how can I leverage AI tools to enhance my outreach efforts without losing the human touch?
I presume this is for personalization, but go for it, Jack. You seem to have an idea.
Don't use it to personalize. Just use it to help you
Yes,
list build smarter.
that's right.
Then boom.
100%. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
100%.
Boom. Moving on. Jeremy, throw the timer up just because I'm curious, like how long is this going to take us to go rapid fire through 12 more
All right,
questions?
all right.
Just for my own curiosity. Number two, what are the key differences in approach between cold emailing and LinkedIn outreach in 2025?
You want to do it?
Yeah, let's see. So LinkedIn is has context and a different chat length compared to email, where you have less context, but you're allowed a bit more text per message. How to do?
Yeah, I think it's good. I think LinkedIn, you basically reach out to different people under different state of mind, or different
Totally.
different industry and
Yeah,
different approach. So I think
that's right.
in 2025, like you have to do both, I would say. So
Cool. Number three, speaking of LinkedIn, how can I optimize my LinkedIn profile to support my outreach efforts and increase response rates? Okay.
that's for you.
Look, the reality is if you have a properly filled out profile, you are going to see a higher response rate. I'm going to argue definitely on LinkedIn, but also probably on cold email if they check out your work. Okay. So in order to do that, the basics are a good place to start. Good profile picture about that should do four things. I'm getting too long, but tell them who you help, how you help them, why they should trust you, and a call to action. Put that in your bio, and then put like supporting articles in your featured section so that you look like you know what you're talking about. Jeremy?
Yeah. I just wanted to say that basically they complement each other, email and LinkedIn.
Boom. Number four, how can I use social selling techniques to warm up prospects before sending a cold outreach message?
Yeah, it's
All right.
basically right now there is like, liking posts, and sometimes it's very awkward because those liking posts are like three
Yeah.
months old, and
Yeah,
you're
it's
like
stupid.
adding comments or stuff like that. So I
What's
think it's
better
stupid, I
is
agree.
maybe instead maybe use like who's commenting on a post about um, a design approach that your agency is using, right? In order to figure out which
Okay.
companies are responding to this kind of maybe pain point, right? And I
Yep.
think that's a better way to do it. All right.
100%.
Five, what are the latest best practice for avoiding spam filters in 2025? Any new tips we need to know?
The question was an increasing deliverability of cold
It's
emails. Why did you
the
skip
same
that?
thing. It's because it's
So
the same. We're skipping spam filters for
fine,
increasing
fine.
deliverability.
What I was saying in my last webinar a couple of weeks ago is basically deliverability has been solved in 2024 for cold email. You have to use just deliverability AI and reword with AI, and then that's good. The problem doesn't come from deliverability, so it comes from your message. So if you still have problems, look at your message and who you're contacting. That's it. Because now people are more prone to just, flag you
Yeah,
as spam. There's like too much in the inbox. So it's not that your message doesn't reach the inbox. It's like it's getting
right.
ignored, and it hurts your deliverability in the long term.
Okay, so to summarize, what's new this year? It's been solved via AI rewriting essentially per prospect
Yeah,
so that it's fresh. Perfect. Okay.
correct.
Numero, what are we?
Six. No.
Six. Numero
Yeah.
six. Says, how can you personalize cold emails to create meaningful connection without crossing into creepy territory? Honestly, Jeremy, if you're worried about crossing into creepy territory, it means you're one of the salespeople that are actually doing a lot of sales research. All you have to do is just chill out a little bit. Don't dig up Facebook pictures from their kids' kindergarten graduation, and you're probably fine.
I remember you had a story about like someone telling you about an ex-employee that you had at your company or something like that, right?
Yes, yes. I
Stuck
uh
with me.
I have been guilty at that. But I've also had a client who said for a while they would actually look to be as thorough as humanly possible. And mention like, hey, I saw you posted on Instagram, your kid won the like football game last week against a big whatever, like, and they said it some people hated it, some people
Yeah,
liked it, and he kept doing it. Whatever.
interesting.
Number 8, how can I use my Lord? Come
Did you
on,
do
we're on number
seven?
7. We have 5 minutes, 26 seconds. I'm wasting time. What strategies can be employed to strike a balance between offering value and promoting products in cold email? Uh, should you be
Oh,
promoting products? Is
yeah,
that is
exactly. I don't think so.
no?
I think like again, I say that in the webinar last time is that I think like the game these days is not to promote your product anymore, it's to promote the meeting that you're gonna have and then we'll sell the product. And if you can't manage
Sweet.
to sell well enough the meeting, then sell the video or sell something lower that will then promote having a
Yeah,
conversation like a demo call or whatever, a meeting that will then promote the product. I think these days people are less likely to take longer risk with you because there's just like too much offer. So find the
yeah.
minimal investment for your prospect.
No notes, perfect response. 8,
Woohoo!
how can I use LinkedIn's advanced search and sales navigator features to identify and
Oh,
reach
that's
high
for me.
potential leads? Yeah, yeah, no,
I'm
it's not. I'm gonna
kidding.
take it. So the first thing is to know sales navigator's limitations. I think they sell it as the ultimate sales tool, but it ain't. It actually has pretty crappy data on the accounts themselves, but it has very up to the minute information on the people side. So, in my opinion, bring your target accounts to Sales Navigator, put it in that little column that says companies, and then appropriately use Sales Navigator features to find the right person. I guess if you wanted to use advanced, quote, advanced search features, maybe look for folks that you're already connected with. Those are easy.
Hmm.
Ditto for who's active on the platform, but don't put so much faith in Sales Navigator. They're wrong a lot. Sorry. 9, what metrics beyond open rates should you track to gauge long-term effectiveness of cold email campaigns? Jeremy.
I don't think it's really me. I mean, for me, it's tracking about the effectiveness of the campaign itself, but not the long-term one. I think the ultimate one is basically money, right? That's probably what you will say.
So long-term is money, no doubt about it. The problem is if you got a six
The
months
lagging.
closing cycle, exact, it's a
Yeah.
lagging metric. So honestly, I think like just the fact that it's written beyond open rates, what else should you track? I mean, okay, open rates can be helpful, but I'm looking at reply rate. I'm looking at
Yeah.
positive reply rate first. Cool.
Yeah. Same.
Yep. Okay. 10, what factors should guide the timing of your cold email outreach? And how can A/B testing refine your approach? Hmm. Honestly, can A/B testing impact? Yeah, I guess you can. Like Jeremy, you had a really good like data episode on the best time of day to reach out to cold email. I think that's a factor that should guide the timing of your outreach. But besides
Yeah.
that, it's just taking into account when your market buys.
Yeah. I think the what was important was more the day than the time. Like what days you actually start your outreach. Like
Yeah.
don't do it on a Friday, for example. It's actually pretty bad days. But it was good to do it on a Sunday. You know, those sort of things actually are good factors to look into. I
Cool.
wouldn't necessarily do A/B testing in terms of
Finding timing.
yeah, because at the end of the day, unless you have infinite number of inboxes, all your email will be anyway spread. You know, you can't send everything at the same time anyway. So the time itself is usually not a good
Yeah,
question.
it's a distraction. All
Yeah,
right. We're
micro
on 11.
optimization that is actually get you to a string.
Yeah, spend that time writing better copy and building a
That's
better
right.
list.
That's
Cool.
right.
11. In what scenarios does implementing a multi-step nurturing sequence prove more effective than a single outreach attempt? Jeremy, how did this question make it? Why
I
why are
mean,
we
I
here?
do like it actually. I do like it. It's basically saying, I mean, if we summarize that, is like in one instance, actually following up makes sense. That's basically what it is, right? Having a
Okay, flip it around. When does following
multiple
up not
steps.
make sense? Help me out.
That's a good one. So when you're fishing and you don't really know if that's the right prospect or not, I would not send follow-ups. Because, like, for example, if you do that, for a lot of
I would
people, they're gonna
hate to
flag you as
be
spam.
running that campaign.
Yeah,
That would suck if I'm
that
having
would.
to reach out to people that I don't know are actually in market. Oof.
Correct.
If that's you, my cold outreach heart goes out to you. Try and sell something else. All right. I just think that a 2 or 3 part follow up is so important for pretty much every
I agree.
campaign, with that exception in mind. Cool. All right, Jeremy, we've got 2 more. We're at 26 seconds. What
We
effective
can do it.
follow up? Yeah. What are effective follow up strategies after your first cold email, especially when prospects didn't respond? I'm going
Well,
multi-channel. Try it.
true, but you're not following if the person already respond. It's kind of like a stupid question either.
That is a stupid question. Next
Yeah.
one, last one. Let's make it good with 3 seconds. What steps can help prevent burnout in repetitive outreach tasks like optimizing process, building lists,
I love this one
A/B
actually.
testing? Yeah, I like it too. How do we prevent burnout in outreach?
Okay, so let's stop the timer and let's talk about it like for maybe
Have
1 or 2 minutes.
Have you
It's
ever
the last
got
one.
outreach burnout? I don't know if you have.
No, I think what I got is sidetracked. So that because
Hmm.
our brains start to not like certain tasks and stuff like that, we start to ignore it or let it slide. Right? That did happen to me. And my friend
Right.
actually had burnout because he had
Yeah.
the objective of like doing 50 leads every day, but he was doing everything manually. And I think at some point then
I'd crash my car into a bridge.
yeah, and I think it didn't get enough reply for it to actually be warranted
Uh,
because usually I think burnout won't come if you're doing that and you're getting amazing response. That's not happening. So it really is
yeah,
because you're not getting enough response.
I think 2 things happen. You're doing it a bunch without the results you expect, and
Yep.
you ran out of ideas. That's when you
Hmm.
burn out. You're
Yeah,
just
I would
like,
tend to
I
agree.
don't see this turning around, and I can't do this anymore. And if that's the case, what really helped me is you have to get some help in certain aspects, especially the ones you don't like. Like for me, I didn't love sorting replies. I thought that was the worst part of outreach when I was doing it all. So that was one of the first things I handed over. And when I didn't have to look at uh, no unsubscribe stuff, and instead I literally just paid someone so that I could look at the goods. It fired me up. I loved it. Do, do that. And if you hate list building, I mean, you're going to have a hard time with cold outreach if you're doing everything yourself, but farm it out, get someone good to do the things that you don't like, and you'll be happier. And if you're
Yeah,
happier, you'll do better work.
that's
Cool.
tough. I think that's exactly the
Cool.
point. Just keep doing the things you love and you know get your
Yeah.
battery recharged.
I think that applies to more things than just cold outreach. But if you're here, start with cold outreach and live a good life. We
Okay,
got
whatever. We're
philosophical on
rambling.
this
Yeah,
one. Yeah.
exactly. All
Well, we're
right.
over time. If you're still listening, shame on you. You go hang up and go delight a prospect. All right, Jeremy.
There you go. Thanks, Jack. Bye.
Yeah.